Hello, this is Kisu102 and this is My Dangerous Life. This game came out about a week or two ago, so I thought that I would just might as well give it a try. It seems like fun. I read that it had very good reviews and that it has some BL kind of features, so I was very interested on it. Also, the style is very pretty, so without any further ado, I might just go ahead with it. New York, the largest city in the world. I was starting a new life here today. Wow, this place is so different from Japan. Could already feel the difference in the air as I got off the Grand Central Station, and the English melody that surrounded me. I'm finally back. I'm not a nostalgic person, but since I was born here, I lived here when I was young, although I didn't have any memories of it. I was deep in thought and didn't realize what hardships were awaiting me. Whoa, sorry. Ah, a man bumped into my shoulder and walked past me with his eyes downcast. I could hear loud voices in the distance. I followed the man with my eyes, but only for a brief moment. Oh, shut up! I'm done with you. I'm not cheating on you. How many times do I have to say it? Oh, this is not good. Yeah, you're going to say that. What the heart or what the body wants are two different things, right? Stop following me and never come near me again. Who are they fighting? Those two guys over there? Shouldn't look. I'm on my way to the real estate agents right now. I quickly left. That I would run into a situation like that at the moment I arrived. Just as that thought went through my head. Oh my god, I just got here, guys. A red car drove past me right in front of me. That was dangerous. Why does this stuff keep happening to me? I should be careful. A moment later, I was angry at myself for thinking like that. Why? It's fine. A man was walking slowly through the mass of people swarming the city. Oh, his name is Chad? Are you kidding me right now? Are you seriously kidding me right now? His off-car was moving into the breeze and the scent of his cologne lay in the air. Wow, this place is so different from Japan. Oh, so this is basically the same scene but from his perspective. That's that's cool. Small guy with black hair. Looks like he's on his own. Chad chuckled at the small figure in this large city. Although he couldn't see his face, he felt sure that the boy had very innocent features. Alright then, you're completely different from himself. Alright then, so pure to the point he wanted to break him. As that thought crossed Chad's mind, I can't. The boy looked back at him. Chad quickly said, "Whoa, sorry." Yeah, he doesn't look sorry at all. He bumped into the boy, but didn't look back and just kept walking, hiding his face. What am I doing? There was a small grin on Chet's face. Pure things made him want to contaminate them, and cute things made him want to break him. As he's that kind of guy. He forcefully left to avoid the bad urges. Chad didn't turn back until the boy was out of sight, but it will become apparent later on that it was no use. Are we gonna get followed? So we're getting all the perspectives. Brad, okay. Are they all gonna end with AD? Shut up, I'm done with you. I'm not cheating on you. How many times do I have to say it? Yeah, you're going to say that the heart and I just read this before. Why? I just lost my ability to read. What the heart and the body wants are two different things, right? Stop following me and never come back again. Two men were arguing in the square. Wait, Brad! Oh, you're so annoying. Brad slapped away the hand and that was reaching for him. Out of the corner of his eyes, he could see a boy running away. Who's that small guy? He looks cute. Brad, I don't feel like fighting anymore. You're lucky. Never talk to me again. Brad raised a hand in mock salute and walked away. His face was calm, but he let out a long sigh. I'm really not lucky in love. I was going to hit on that boy, but he isn't here anymore. Disappeared so quickly. So this is the player, right? We always get one of those. I really have zero luck in love. Passerby looked away, intimidated by Brad's sunshot. So was the other guy's name. bright red car was speeding through the winding roads of New York. Alan. Huh. Why did my brother have to hold me up today? I can't just leave things like this, but... The car sped off as it was expressing his unpleasant feelings. That is very dangerous. Extremely dangerous. I need to calm down. Why am I so angry? At that moment... Oh my god, I almost ran over the love of my life. He almost hit a boy who was about to cross the street. Alan gasped, taken completely by surprise. Black hair. What is he doing? Even if I'd hit him, it would have been his fault. Daydreaming like that. Oh, really, would it? He tried to remember what the boy he had passed looked like, but he'd only got a brief glimpse of him. Alan sighed again. He thought he had made eye contact, but it must have been his imagination. What a mess. I need to get to university. I hope something will lift my mood there. Alan drove on through the city, and a pleasant expression on his beautiful he's a beautiful face. Let's be very detailed and specific about his beautiful face. Oh, so I get to choose. I just got here, and everyone was just hilariously strange. Would you like me to ask you out first? A mysterious, charming man who makes a living by being a con man, a middleman, and a member of the Gang 66, and a university student and a landlord of the shared apartment. How will you know if you don't put it into words? I'm gonna make you mine. Everyone is so incredibly aggressive. I just forgot that this was the kind of game that it was like that. So I am a sucker for white hair, so I'm gonna go with Brad. And also because I couldn't just manage to live with a guy that's named Chad and acts that way. I just couldn't, man. An abandoned building. Footsteps were approaching. Help! Ugh! I tried to shout, but I was immediately prevented from doing so. I just got here! I seriously just got to New York and I'm already being kidnapped? What kind of word? I mean, I guess it's not that hard from real world, but come on, man. I won't be able to make a sound with my mind taped shut. On top of that, my body was tied with rope and I couldn't move an inch. There was no way I could escape. While these thoughts were chasing each other around in my head, I could hear footsteps drawing closer. They stopped right next to the door of the room I was trapped in. I could vaguely make out the fingers of several people through the gaps in the broken door. 3 men were standing on the other side. They all looked like gangsters. Damn it, isn't that 66 Brad? This was my fault. The man who was restraining me clicked his tongue. This was a really bad situation. I surveyed the faces of the men and wondered if they were planning to do something even worse to me. He looks good. Hey Brad, join us. We've been hanging out since forever, right? We've been hanging out since forever, right? I think that's a translation. It'll help out your friends a lot too. I know that joining you guys will help them, but... Conversation started unsettling. That guy seemed to be well known around these parts if my kidnappers recognize him. No matter how much noise we make, doing this will affect the general public, right? It can't be helped. You didn't used to be like this, did you? Everyone accepts you as the leader, or rather as the guy who gets into brawls. You used to be way more provocative and dangerous, right? At that moment, I could hear another person's footsteps approaching. We still haven't gotten to the point? The person called Brad heaved a deep sigh. The man who just walked up to the others was wearing a suit and had a similar aura as Brad. There wasn't any need for you to come here. I called him over since you two are together. I thought it would be easier to persuade you with him here. Isn't that the guy that he just broke up with? Or is it another guy? Then I'm sorry to disappoint you. I broke up with him yesterday. Yes! It was the guy. Is that I agreed to that though. Well, it doesn't matter if you agreed it. Yeah, exactly. I mean, what's the point? Accept it already. The whole reason for it is that you cheated on me. You've been doing whatever you feel like without second thought. Such a trivial thing, so stop grumbling. Trivial? Why did I come out like that? Why do I have such an accent that is not even from the place I'm from? What's happening? Yeah, I'm just there. Everyone's having their drama. And I'm just literally there, tied up. Looks like there's a kind of trouble brewing here. I could feel the tension in the air all the way through the door. If it goes on, I'll be trapping here forever. Even though I know that I can't do much about it, can I? Ugh. Don't make a fuss. Quick, quiet. Ugh. I tried to say something, but I felt another punch. Oh, that hurts me. Well, you don't need to answer straight away. Just calm down for now. I am calm. Me too. Ha! The conversation went on as I was struggling in my seat. Think about it, Brad. It's not like we called you out here for a level squire. Exactly. It would really help if you could lead our group like you did in the past. Please consider it. So basically, it seems like Brad just wants to stop being a bad guy. The men dragged their feet as they left. It seems I thought they disappeared for now. After watching them leave, I began to strain again my bonds again. Hey, shut up! At that very moment, someone there? A sharp voice carried through the door. For a moment, I was shocked that I was stopped moving, but then I began to struggle again so he would notice me. Mm-mm. I could hear footsteps coming towards me. Please spot me! Help me! There was a creaking sound and a man entered the room. He's gonna save me! Save me, please! He spotted the guy who had tied up and furrowed his brow. He shot him an icy look. I felt a shiver run down my back. What are you doing here? His voice was dreadfully cold. Oh, that didn't sound cold. I'm sorry. This is 66 territory. I'm sorry for trespassing. That's not what I was asking. I wanted to know what the hell you were doing tying up a weak guy like that and tapping his mouth shut. No way, you make it sound like I'm bullying a weak person. You are bullying a weak person! I was just trying to get back what I owed. What? Put your hands in the air. Put your hands in the air! Didn't seem to believe the man in his hand remained cold. The man slowly raised his hands. Brad gave the man a once-over and began to search his clothes. Then Brad pulled a small sack of one of his pockets. What's this? Bryce raised a bundle of his hair in an intimidating manner. I was so scared that at that point my whole body was trembling. The man clenched his teeth in frustration as Brad tossed the bundle to the ground. The bag then began crushing it with his foot and wiped part of the villain. It's drugs! What are you doing? I don't allow drugs in my territory. That's the rule. After glancing at the powder scattered over the ground for a second, the man looked into it. Is this gonna be like one of those things that he has a group and they're actually bad guys doing bad things, but he tries to not be that bad and actually makes the group do illegal things but for the good of other people or something like that? I hope it is. It's a very used prompt, but I really liked it. It's nice. What are you talking about? Don't all 66 guys take drugs? What do you mean? If I saw them doing drugs, I would stop them immediately. That stuff is strictly forbidden here since it will hinder our integration back into society. Yeah, so he does want to go back into society. What do you mean back into society? That kind of thing is impossible for people like us. It's not. Silence stretched out between her. A guy who thinks that we'll never manage it. Are you trying to pick a fight with me right now? No way! The man completely lost his composure and face went sickly shade of green. I'm not as stupid as to pick a fight with you. Then get lost. Also, if you're looking to collect some kind of debt, do it on your own territory. Yes, my bad. With a frustrated grumble, the man prepared to head off and turned to pick me up. Oh, whoa, he's gonna take me with him? If he goes like this, I'll just end up being trapped somewhere else. I'm gonna struggle. Help me! I leaned back with all my might to prevent him from picking me up. Whoa, stop struggling at that moment. Hold on a sec. Brad called out to the man. What? Why did you tape his mouth shut? Are you going to kill him? Ghost booms rumble across my screen. It's not that I hadn't expected this, but I had tried not to think about it. It's not really any of your business, is it? True. But he was looking at me like an abandoned puppy, so I just wanted to put in a word or two. So I should have looked at him. Bleedingly, I guess. Even though I was on the defense, I seemed to have asked for help with my eyes. Even though he said he was an infamous cancer's bright eyes were clear. I swallowed. What? Am I already in love? Well, I mean, I'm in a hostage situation, so I guess if anyone would save me or showed any kind of mercy, I'm going to collect back the debt that is owed me. So it's all fine, right? Yes, the rules are the rules after all. But Brad started removing the tape from across my mouth. It felt as if my skin was being pulled off with it, but I felt so grateful I tried to ignore the pain. He might be able to help me. Help! The moment the tape had been peeled off, I began to talk. I have no idea what's going on. This all just happened out of the blue. I didn't do anything. Shut up! Don't talk rubbish! But you! Oh my god, stop! My cheek felt hot even though I knew that I had been punched. The pain came a few seconds later. Oh my god. I just had to bite my tongue because blood was flowing from my mouth. Brad was staring at the two of us silently. Is he going to do anything? Brad, don't listen to this guy. We'll get out of your hair, so just ignore him. No! Shut up! Isn't this interesting? Huh? Brad's statement made the men freeze. Brad was looking at us and snickered and seemed really pleased. It's nice to see that guy's face in pain. Is that why you tie him up and play with him like that? This is getting weird. What? Brad grinned. The men seemed at a loss of words, just like I was. What's going on here? What's wrong with everyone? I screamed silently. However, I wouldn't recommend hurting such a cute face. Aim for the body instead. Brad laughed in amusement. What do you want? The man seemed angry at the way Brad was grinning. I myself had no idea what was going on. Nothing in particular. It's just that Brad looked somber as he lifted my face up to stare into my eyes. I could see my reflection. I could see my reflection in his pupils. Pupil. Yes, his eyes. My heart was pounding in my chest. It's just that I've taken an interest in this guy. Poor thing. His pretty face is all red now. What? I scolded and felt my cheeks burn. Are you trying to interfere? Not really. That's not what I was thinking. If a person pretends to be this clueless despite breaking the rules, he deserves to be punished. Brad let go of my face rather roughly. In that case, will you quit interfering? Wait, no! Help me! Really, I'm just a victim. I didn't do anything. Brad stared at the man in silence. Then he turned back to me again. What did you say? Speak up. Thank God. I came here as an exchange student, but when I arrived at the new apartment, this guy was there. That's a lie. I think he'd been drinking with his friends. The police arrived soon after that. I thought he was going to help me out of the situation, but he ended up trapping me here instead. He's totally making up that story. I really have no idea what's going on. Couldn't hide the desperation in my voice. That didn't sound very desperate. It wasn't a chain of confusing incidents. Yeah, I just got here. On my first day, yeah! Same scary looking strangers have been hanging around the apartment I was supposed to move into. As I'd been about to ask them what was going on, we'd been chased down by the police and I had ended up here. Why did they chase me? I called the did I call the cops? Will you please just stay here quietly for a week? I'll check on you once a day. It'd be a problem if you starve to death. So he was gonna keep my apartment and just keep me tied up in there for some reason? I recorded what the man had said to me after taking me there. Whatever crime I was being involved in here, I was really scared. Is that true? He's lying! I'm simply his friend. What? I don't even know you! Brad stared at me wordlessly as if testing me. You have to believe me! Help me! I was sure that this would be my final chance to ask anyone for help, so I shouted out loudly. Brad looked at me considering what I said. Mr. Brad, please, believe me. I hated if I ended up dying like this. Why did any of this have to happen? I was desperate. Mr. Brad, huh? You swear that you're telling the truth? Yes! Brad smiled and this time it looked more sincere. I'll swear it too. The man hurriedly interrupted our conversation and Brad shot him a warning look. It's because I'm pretty. I'm sorry, but I'm actually really good at reading people. Oh, it's because he's good at reading people. What? I'm with this guy. Thank God. Thank you very much, Mr. Brad. Brad reached towards the rope that was bound around me. Don't move. Oh, what the hell are you doing, man? I saw a flash of silver from the corner of my eye. A knife? I froze. The pointing end was aimed straight at Brad. Fear and anxiety bubbled up inside me. What if he dies because he's helped? Nah, come on, dude. That's not gonna happen. Okay, I have a choice. Well, I mean, sure. Why not, dude? So I can just follow through the story like a normal visual novel and just keep going, right? But I have the option of seeing what they think and what's going through their heads at the same time after I finish every like a small little chapter. That's pretty cool. I haven't played anything like this before, like knowing the exact perspectives of each chapter of the characters that I could select, or at least Brad because I already selected. That's pretty neat. I had been called out by some 66 friends. Even though I had rejected them plenty of times, those guys kept pestering me again and again, and I was feeling a little bit annoyed. I refused to give it to their demands and watch them leave. Should I head back too? The moment that thought crossed my mind, that sounds like something else. I heard a soft groan and it stopped in my tracks. Who's there? So we already lived this and we know what's gonna happen, but both of them had Asian features and look quite young. Do we have? They all have the same features to me. I guess they have black hair. I guess. And then they look quite young. What are you doing here? The two of them began to tremble simultaneously. The person who was standing looked a little suspicious as for the other guy. He was tied up and his mouth was taped shut. He looked quite desperate to me. What's up with this guy? His eyes are incredibly... Couldn't stop myself from staring into his deep black eyes. I felt something in my chest. It's love! But had no idea what it was. It's love! Then I shifted my gaze over to the guy who was standing next to us. We exchanged a couple of words, but something seems to be stopping me from leaving. Maybe I was just curious about whatever I'd felt just then. Those sheer black irises that were looking at me so imploringly. I had seen so many desperate eyes in my time. It was almost sickening, but I didn't think I ever seen anyone look at me like that before. Ah, I feel weird somehow. It's love! I'm feeling nervous for no reason. That's not possible, I guess. So what could it be? Love! Poor thing. His pretty face is all red now. Oh, this just skipped all over a lot of conversation. So basically, what we were... Well, Brad was talking to the other guy. He was just thinking about this guy, I guess. He doesn't... I'm very confused. Because he doesn't have... Did it say that I have black eyes? Or did it say that I have deep eyes? Because those are two different descriptions. I guess I'm just gonna ignore it. I pulled off a tape from across his mouth and lift his chin up. This person, he looks pretty feminine, but he's a guy, isn't he? Looking at him more closely, I feel like I was drowning in his... They're not dark, they're pretty yellow to me. Kind of like his hoodie, almost. I guess it... Alright! His body stiffened as I approached him, his gaze quivering. This guy definitely isn't capable of lying. It doesn't seem as though he would ever do anything bad in that case. Because he's pretty. I could judge most people characters just by looking at their faces. Ah! That's a very cool superpower, I guess. I mean, I have been smart, but my instincts were never wrong. For some reason I can feel it. The kind of person he is. I stood up slowly. I already decided what to do. I'm gonna keep him! Probably I knew the moment I look into this guy's eyes. I'm with this guy. It might have been fate. Okay, so it's like a quick recap of what's happening. If that episode was really, really fast also. All I could hear in the tense atmosphere was shallow breathing. Oh, and him not talking, right? Yeah. Right in front of my eyes were a man with a knife and a man being pointed at with a knife. The air smelled of anxious sweat. Even so, Brad's expression didn't waver as he stared at the man in front of him. Because it probably isn't the first time he's been in this kind of situation. What's wrong? Why are your hands shaking? They're not shaking! It was true. The knife in the man's hand was quivering. Was he scared of Brad? Or was he scared of the fact that he was holding a knife? I had no idea. Well, I understand the situation now. Brad began to untie the rope that was restraining me. He was wearing a calm expression. This guy is amazing. Even under such circumstances, he surprised me. Stop it! I'm really going to do it, you know? There's no way you'll do it. Not when you're this scared. I will! Mr. Brad. Mr. Brad. I looked at Brad uneasily. The rope was almost undone. I saw a shadow move. Interject! If we die, we die. Oh, we didn't. Okay. The knife slices through the air. I tried to carry out, but Brad had already dodged the knife. Damn it! Oh! I heard that. He's dangerous! However, Brad dodged the knife again, and this time he grabbed the man's hand. Let go of me! Drop the knife. No way. If you don't drop it, who knows what will happen to this hand. Oh, he's crushing it! Brad twisted the man's hand. It's the same that I said. The man screamed loudly by tightening his grip on the knife all the same. If you don't drop the knife, I will twist his hand and break your bones. Is that what you want? Mr. Brad! Mr. Brad! The man screamed and so painful that I couldn't help but say something. What is it with you? Are you going to stop me? That's because... What a good person you are, even though this guy tied you up like that. What he was saying was true. It is, but we don't have to be jerks about it. We don't have to be jerks about it. You don't have to go that far. It's the very least I should do. Brad! Mr. Brad! Twisted the man said. Oh, that sounds painful. The knife slipped from between his fingers. But he didn't broke it. Says, pick up the knife that had fallen to the ground and something else as well. He had a gun? When did that happen? Ray was holding a handgun and a wallet in addition to the knife. He just got everything the guy had on him. The man's face turned pale. So you're Shuen Eiji. I didn't expect you to be a member of the Shuen family. Enough! Give that back! Brad rummaged around in the wallet and checked the man's ID. He grinned. If you want me to return this, answer my question. Why did you use the knife if you had a gun? Is there a reason you couldn't kill us? The man named Eiji took a step back. He then turned around and took off, so he ran away. Hey, you can have this back! Through the sound, Eiji turned around to catch him and disappeared in the blink of an eye. Wow! What a nice guy! He gave his wallet back. Thank you very much, Mr. Brad. I thanked Brad quickly after Eiji had run off. You got yourself into a bad situation back there. Yes. Well, be careful around this area. You're not that fluent in English and you just started school here, right? Right. I'm really shocked that all of this happened on my very first day here. I was around to help you this time, but... Oh, wait a moment. Brad searched for something in his pocket. Then he handed over a business card. I'm a middleman at this At this bar here. The address is on the card. If something should happen, feel free to come and find me. A middleman? That's like a... Brad seemed confused as to how to explain it and scratched his head. Are you not gonna explain it? Since I didn't know what it meant, Brad invited me to tag along. I guess that makes sense. However, I wasn't sure if I would trust him after what happened just now. I mean... You're right. You're right. When I met AJ, I followed him because I thought he would save me from the police, but I ended up being tied to a chair instead. He saved us, but that doesn't mean that he's a good guy, I guess? What should I do? Even though I was worried I walk along beside Brad. And I also don't have anywhere else to go, nor anyone else that I know. And Brad already saved me once, I guess. And even though my mind was jumbled up, my feet kept moving forward. What's wrong? I've been quiet ever since we left the building. Oh, no, finally stopped walking. I can trust you, right? You're saying that now? I saved you back there, didn't I? It doesn't mean that I have to trust you. You're right, I'm sorry. Well, I guess it's a good thing that you don't trust people you just met that easily. What with people like AG running around. Yes. It's okay if I trust you though, right? I stared at Brad nervously. Brad looked at me silently for a moment. Oh, don't touch me. What? You're just so cute. Brad hugged me tightly. I was so shocked that my heart felt like a bump into my mouth. What are you doing? I'm hugging you because you're cute. Cute? I'm a guy, you know? Huh? I said I'm a guy. Brad slowly drew back. Then he stared at me intently. You're a guy. We already knew he was a guy. I think it was mentioned in last chapter, so Brad is just playing dumb here. I see. Brad looked at me curiously. In that very moment. Even better. What? He woke up happily. What did he mean by that? This is a nice bar. Brad took me to a bar. It's my first time going to a place like this. Same. My voice was thrilled with excitement. Really? You do look like you had a better sheltered upbringing. But that's not true. And you do smell very homely. That inched his nose closer to the nape of my neck and took a very breath. It's just that too much stuff happening at the same time. I just couldn't. It tickled me and he flinched a little. That is so. I guess it's fine, Master. Just I was about to say something. Brad waved at someone inside the bar. Yo, Brad, it's your day off, isn't it? Yes, I'm here as a customer today. See, you brought along some cute kid, eh? I'm going to make this guy mine, so help me out, okay? Eh? You're a sinful person for forgetting your hands on such an innocent young guy. The master smiled, looking intrigued. He doesn't seem like he really regrets that. I feel quite flustered. I don't know anything about that. It's because I didn't tell you that part. Eh? That smiles up as if he were having a lot of fun. Speaking of which, that other guy used to be Brad's boyfriend. Oh, right, I heard everything. I heard everything. Brad might be. Hey, that young man next to you just turned bright red. Is he alright? I'm not feeling well. He's fine. I want to make him mine, but I have to save him first. Oh, master, let's have a drink. Alright. I was still very confused as we sat down for a conversation. This is a very weird environment. That sounds like disaster. Yes. The master said Brad. Oh, we tell him the story. And made drinks and listened to our story, nodding along. Now, wouldn't it be good if Brad protected you for now? Master, you're really very good wingman. Eh? What are you talking about? Aren't you the one who told me to stay out of it for now? That meant this place might have looked like a bar from the outside, but it was actually a place that served the needs of the people in the underworld society. That is such a huge statement for someone who has been like, what, an hour? I didn't ask for any details, but the others did say they basically took care of anything. One has to adapt to the environment around here. Right, Hinata? I mean, I guess. I waited for Brad to say something. His expression was troubled as he finished his drink. Because he doesn't want me to go down this road. The fact that he does it, because he's also a good guy. He believes that he can get out of this life. So I guess he doesn't really like that. Alan came by to collect your part of the rent. Is your rent overdue again? As for Hinata, you don't have to handle it through us, so just help him. It pains to see me such an innocent young man fighting his way through the society on his own. It really pains you that much? Shut up. The master placed another ring in front of Brad. The glass clinked as he sat it down on the corner. Then I will pay half of your rent. I gathered all my courage and turned towards Brad. Oh, that's too cheap. Asking for my help will require... Ouch. Oh, the master flicks back on. Just ignore what this guy said. I will make sure that he helps you. Thank you very much. Is a week or so alright for now? Those words reminded me that Eiji had said. He told me to stay just for a week. That would be a great help. Got it, Brad? Fine. Hinata really is my type, so I'll agree for now. Brad grinned at me as he looked at me. Right when someone tapped on Brad's on the shoulder and he got up from his seat. It seemed like the conversation had come to an end. I stood up to head to the bathroom, and at that moment... So what? I was hoping that you work with us. They are in your gang, after all. That's Brad's voice. I just... So lucky. I didn't intend to eavesdrop, but I ended up leaning towards the conversation naturally. Seems like this time the protest's fairly dangerous. That's why we would like to stall them. But it's the government's fault, so I guess they deserve it. These people wanted to go to high school, but they couldn't. They wanted to work, but they couldn't. That's why they're protesting. Even if it was started by the 66 gangs, many people who are unrelated to them will be joining the protest. Even if that is true, it's the job of us police officers to ensure the citizens' safety. If you help us, we will meet you. Okay? We will let you meet your father. Is his father like some political figure that is doing things wrong and he doesn't just want to do anything to do with his father? He's actually under our protection. Something's happened. No way. I feel like I just had to hear something I wasn't supposed to. Hardly tried to head up out of the bedroom, but changed my mind. If I made a noise, that would arouse suspicion. I tried to think of a way that I could get out. After having overheard the conversation from inside the bathroom, I was finding it difficult to leave without being seen. I'm not asking you to give me an answer straight away. Please just consider it. I will. It's like the discussion is over. I felt relief rush through me and it relaxed my shoulders. Just then, someone there. I had been caught. That's not the bathroom. Sorry, it's me. Huh? Hinata. I left the bathroom shyly and Brad looked slightly relieved when he spotted me. Were you holding yourself up in the bathroom? Upset stomach? No, yeah, that's right. I wanted to deny it, but I felt guilty about it, so I changed my answer. Brad surveyed me suspiciously. As he did, my chest tightened uncomfortably. I'm sorry, I overheard your conversation. I confessed and bowed my head in embarrassment. Ah, it wasn't on purpose, though. I'm sorry. Brad looked dumbfounded as he sighed. You're a really bad liar. So you're an honest idiot. Or are you just an idiot? What? That's precisely why you're working up, isn't it? Brad smiled slightly as he mentioned the incident. Judging from his attitude, I knew he wasn't angry, but... Please don't mention it anymore. It was a traumatic incident for me, so... You're exaggerating. I'm not exaggerating. I never thought I would find myself in such a dangerous situation, so... Every time I thought about what happened, I felt my stomach drop. Before coming here, I was filled with hopes and dreams and felt very encouraged. I thought there was a bright future waiting for me. You're really... Stop looking so depressed. You'll only end up sabotaging your own happiness. I raised my head at his. I did meet a bright and good person like him after all. He said that he would protect me, so I should try and be more optimistic. That's right. If you leave a door open, happiness can come in. What was that? It's a Japanese saying. Got it. Then let's drop ourselves in alcohol and smile tonight. You're going to have even more to drink? Of course. Let's switch locations. Just like that, Brad pulled me along behind him and we left the bar. I just got here. It's funny how it's 3 episodes and it's still the first day. So I guess it's only gonna be 1 week, and who knows how many episodes it will be. I also noticed that I won't be getting Brad's perspective every episode, so I guess that's a bit disappointing. But I understand that it would be like a ton of work to do it, so... Brad had mentioned that he wanted to have a drink someplace else, but he had taken me to his place. I'm leaving here now, right? So it's fine, right? Is it really alright to come here this late? Sure, don't worry about it. Flashed me a bright smile. He's so happy. He looked a little scary when he was quiet, but whenever I saw this guy smile, I automatically felt happy. Wait a minute, I'll let the others know. Who do you mean by the others? I mean everyone who lives here. Oh, Mr. Brad! Before I could stop him, he went into the living room. He said the others, so I guess some other people live here too. I was curious and listened to the voices emanating from there. I am really good at eavesdropping, aren't I? Yo, Alan, let's have a drink. Are you messing with me? Waking me up in the middle of the night for a drink? I'm not messing with you. Leave me alone, I'm tired. I have a class tomorrow. He was thrown up. Brad had been pushed out of the room. Fine, let's chat then. He's not giving up. Brad clicked his tongue and entered another room. I could hear someone talking once again. I don't really enjoy drinking with your friends. But he's a different kind of friend, you know? If he's a potential hookup, then wouldn't it be better for you two to have a drink and all? Good night. Hey, chat, you jokes. But chat is right. If I'm a potential hookup, then it would be better to just be the two of us. But chased out of the room and was the door and slapped shut behind him. I had expected something like this to happen. It wasn't the best idea to ask someone out for a drink this late at night. Everyone refused. Oh, Mr. Brad, I'm still here, so. Oh, you're right. Brad smiled happily. All right, shall we have a drink to pick up the mood then? No need to hold back. Thanks. To the brim. Sounds like you had a lot to deal with since you arrived, but not everyone on the street is a bad person. You don't have to look so depressed. For some reason, Brad looked apologetic as he said that. Because he's also a scary person. I hurriedly shook my head. I got to meet you and you're a good person. He's also scary! On top of that, you actually saved me. You. Whoa! Brad seemed quite drunk as he clung to me. Well, we had been already drinking, so. He reeked of alcohol. Hinata, you're so cute. Mr. Brad, no need to be shy. From now on, I will be your bodyguard. Hey, why don't you move in? Eh? Can you make that kind of decision on your own? I'll get permission from the others tomorrow. We all share this apartment. The deed is under Alan's name, so I'll ask him first. Is that really okay? Of course it is. Guys get weak around cute girls. I'm a guy though. Ah, right, but I like guys anyway, so that's a good thing. Wait, in other words, I could be in a completely different kind of danger right now. What? You're looking so very serious. I didn't read that right. I'm just gonna say it. I thought I might be in danger. Spun my thumbs aloud before I could stop myself. I hurriedly clamped a hand onto my hand. I see. In other words, you were expecting it. That's totally the opposite of what I just said. Brad was sitting next to me on the couch. He was looking at me silently. Wait, you're too close. Way too close. And why would you think that I was expecting it? You seem like you're the kind of guy to go with the flow, and if I try something, you wouldn't disagree. What? Are you challenging me? His eyes looked very determined and he stared into mine. Is this because he's drunk? I don't know. Mr. Brad, please take this seriously. What are you talking about, Hinata? I'm actually being serious, you know? When I first met you, I immediately knew it was fate. This is the third episode. You're absolutely hammered, aren't you? I'm not that drunk. I'm being serious. Brad placed his hand on my face. He gently stroked my fringe from my eyes with his fingers. As he leaned in, he didn't only smell of alcohol, but also of something sweet. What should I do? This is... My heart was pounding. I had a slight headache, maybe because of the alcohol. When I stared into Brad's eyes, I felt like I was being sucked into them. Sucked into them and fell into a kind of trance. But... Hirata... Don't! Ugh! I pushed the face that was inching towards me away just in time. That was dangerous. I somehow fell into a daze and he nearly kissed me. If you're drunk, just go to sleep, alright? I continued to push him forcibly as he went on in a cheery voice. The night has just begun. I won't go to sleep until I get to kiss you. Eh? What would you do if I say that? What? Are you pulling my leg? Who knows? You're so much fun. Red smiled broadly and finishing off the rest of his drink in one gulp. Ha! I'm drunk. Very true. Then I'll head to bed. I'll take my time to make you mine. Oh! I had a feeling that the days ahead might cause me a lot of trouble. I was happy that Brad was my bodyguard, but... We finally stopped drinking and started to doze off. Yo, let's go to my room. What? No! I'm not! I'm not gonna go there! There's no need to worry, I'll sleep on the couch. No way, I should take the couch instead. I just like the couch, you know? Brad inched his face closer to mine as he said that. All I could do was nod, because Brad's eyes were so deep and glistening. Oh, so deep. This is a very colorful... This is not the room that I was thinking. It looks... I don't know, maybe it looks very normal. Those covers really take some attention off me. The following morning I opened my eyes to see what Brad was already awake. He was staring off into the distance as he thought he was thinking about something. So when I considered calling out to him, Brad noticed me. Yo, Hinata, did you sleep alright? Good morning. I slept really well. It was perfectly true. Maybe it was because of all that had happened yesterday, but my eyes had fallen shut the moment I got into bed. It makes sense. It makes sense. It didn't move so as much an inch into sleep. He was buried. He was kidnapped, okay? Don't judge him, please. I feel a little embarrassed at that. Don't get all nervous, Hinata. It's alright to relax around your bodyguard, you know? This is such a weird situation. Right nonchalantly hugged me around the shoulders. But is it really appropriate for you to hug me, Mr. Brad? Hey, are you going to keep addressing me? That's what I was gonna say, like, right now, Mr. Brad. Addressing me like that forever? Please stop calling me Mr. Brad. Just call me Brad. Okay, just Brad then. Yes. You know, I'm not even sure why you were kidnapped in the first place. Ron was mumbling to himself. To be honest, I don't know myself. The truth is that something weird happened at the university. At the university? Yes. Before heading home, I went to fill out some paperwork at the university's admission office. When I got there, they told me that all the paperwork had been completed already. What? Was a mistake during the admission process? No, that's not it. Someone pretended to be me and completed the paperwork before me. Oh, my identity was told. That really happened? As I recalled the memory, I hunched my shoulders sadly. Seemed to be mixed up in all kinds of trouble. Does that also mean that I can't I can't go to study because I'm not actually enrolled? I'm not actually the person that enrolled into the university? That's troublesome. Isn't to be mixed up in all kinds of trouble. Yes! I mean, yes. But you too. What with all that talk about the protest? Protest. I realized my mistake as soon as I said it. I probably shouldn't have mentioned that. Yes, but I don't think I have much of a choice when it comes to that. Brad. A shadow crossed his face. Is the protest really that dangerous? The key players behind it are tough guys. I don't think them organizing a protest is a bad thing, but innocent bystanders will get hurt, and they're going to destroy stores that are completely unrelated to the whole thing. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that either. It's true that self-assertion isn't a bad thing, but the methods might be wrong. Wonder what would happen if they caused violence on a large scale in this city. What would happen if innocent people got hurt? Here's the thing. Protests that have that kind of nonsensical violence, like destroying stores that have nothing to do the with the original like protest, it's not good. I completely disagree with that. It doesn't make sense to destroy other people. Even you could get other people businesses in trouble that the same people could be in the protest, and that's not right. So, but protesting in a peaceful manner or protesting like for the right things, it's good. People should open their mouths to protest for what they need, or when there's injustice, people should rise up. But the point is that Brad knows that these people aren't the best people, are being not only peaceful but making the best decisions. He said that it was gonna be there might be violence against other people. So I want to disagree with the protest. I kind of want to disagree. But he also said that they weren't going to high school that because they couldn't, and they people wouldn't be getting jobs either. So that's also a very very bad thing that the government is doing. So I still want to disagree because people, but I guess it's just a difficult decision. I'm not gonna dwell on it too much. I'm just gonna go ahead with it because yes, it is a tricky situation. I don't think I can make a statement about it that easily. I would need more information. I would need to know who is behind it and all of that. Yeah. It would be good if there were a better way of protesting them. Exactly. That's the point. Rather starting to the distance as he said that. At that moment I realized something. Ah, that's right, Brett. Was you know the key players behind the protest, right? Yeah, I guess so. In that case, why don't you discuss it with them and try coming up with a peaceful solution? What? That's impossible. Why? You won't know if you don't try. First of all, Is a peaceful protest really a protest? That's also another very interesting point. I mean, they just want everyone to hear what they have to say. But the point is that people, especially governments, they listen, they hear what you have to say, but they don't actually listen and they won't actually do anything if there's not any repercussions about it. Yeah, I mean, let's see. For example, why don't we book a slot on television? Of course, I don't mean hijacking the system. Hijacking the system! But booking it formally through the correct procedures. That could take a ton of work. Yeah, exactly. How much do you think it would cost? It wouldn't be paying to the government. But it would be considered a step forward if everyone's opinions were heard, right? Well, I mean, look a little sour. Other than that, maybe they could come up with a song. They could show their emotions through song or dances. What are you talking about? Wouldn't that make it more like a carnival? I guess you're right. What kind of song will people dance to in Japan? Japan, we have the Bonodori? Oh, please tell me more about that. Sparta left Taki pretty quickly after that, and we were dancing around happily. I thought Brad that I could remember about the Bonodori, and Brad told me something about hip hop. It was the first time I had this much fun since I came here. We've been here a day! We haven't been here like a lot of time here, like to say, oh, it's the first time I have fun since I came here. It's been a day! After a while, Brad said he had to head out. Yeah, Brad, get the hell out of here. He said he would be back soon, but hanging around alone at that stranger's place made me feel uneasy, and I kept fidgeting around. The thing is that this is gonna be my place now, too, right? That time I heard a door open. Brad! Hmm? The moment he entered the room, I rushed over him enthusiastic. Like a dog. You're acting like a puppy. Yes, I'm sorry. I felt embarrassed at what I had done and my face turned bright red. No need to apologize. It's okay since you're so cute. Well then, from now on today, you'll be my loyal puppy. What? It was a joke. Brad ruffled my hair. I didn't know why, but it felt kind of nice. As always, Brad had the ability to make me smile. What are we going to do now, though? Brad frowned and combed a hair through his hair. Is there some kind of problem? Speaking of problems, I actually have a lot of them. What's one more? The atmosphere in the room suddenly dropped. They refused my suggestions, even though I made a considerable effort to persuade them. Where did you go? I went to meet the groups that are leading the protests. They wouldn't hear me out. Took a deep breath. Cheer up, Brad. Somehow I feel pathetic when you try to cheer me up. Why? Brad laughed out loud. I have an idea. Why don't you just let me tag along next time? Huh? Brad looked surprised at my sudden suggestion. Well, I might be able to help, and you're my bodyguard after all, right? You didn't look like it, but you got guts. What? Well then, will you support me? Broad smile stretched across Brad's face, and I nodded vigorously. That is cute. Will you please hear us out? We won't take up much of your time. As his friends were really worried. I put on an act just as Brad had advised me to, and tried to look crestfallen. The large lady standing in front of us scrutinized Brad and me. So you're saying you hang out with our kid, right? If you had a fight or something, please just solve it amongst ourselves. She looked at Brad ruefully, and her tone suggested that she didn't want to be bothered with this. You won't listen to me. If worse comes to worse, it'll be too late, you know? We want to help him. Is it really that serious? The lady frowned, just as we had anticipated. We quickly pulled her into a discussion, and someone managed to persuade her. Why are we doing this? What are we doing? When a baby like you is with me, my worth is increased. I'm not a baby. But other people's reactions are different when you're here. When people see me who looks like a foreign man who has enjoyed a decent upbringing, they need to hear the other person out and consider what they have to say. We headed further down the street and talked to some more people. The street Brad lived had a slightly intimidating atmosphere, but I didn't mind. When I was with Brad, the world looks different somehow. Would you look at that? After walking around the streets some more, it was finally time to head back to the apartment. Finally, you're back. The man was leaning against the wall. Oh, come on. And started walking. We had such a nice moment and such a nice day. Why are you late? You even brought a little cute lady along with you. Do you have some ungently plans for tonight? The air felt charged with electricity. The guy's that have been waiting in front of the apartment will glaring at us. Intimidating smiles appeared on their faces. You did something really unnecessary, don't you think? It's all for your own good. Huh? Don't talk rubbish. Are you trying to be a goody two shoes? Oh, whoa! Brad! An intense punch landed in Brad's chest as he staggered backwards to a couple of steps. I'm fine. He nodded a step back. I'm fine. He nodded a step back. The guy intimidated Brad and laughed mockingly. Brad was really trying. Sorry. Brad was really trying to help you guys. Whoa, brave and a cute face. You're right. Even though I was growing angry, they just keep laughing and mocking me. Of course, I might look weak compared to these guys, but hey, why not switch to our side? Ours is much better than Brad's, you know? How about it? The man roughly placed a hand on my back. I was so shocked that I jumped and tried to move away. Before I could do so much as blink, Brad twisted the guy's arm around. Oh, that hurts! Don't touch him! Brad's voice was deep and threatening. It was a joke. There's no way I was being serious. We're just joking around and I'll take over, eh? It's 3 versus 1. It might be Brad, but there's no way he can win. They want to pick a fight. Right here. I could feel a consheen of sweat at the back of my neck. I didn't have any fighting skills. That much was obvious. What can I do? What should I do? Oh, are you serious? So that's all the time that I have right now. This was My Dangerous Life. Thing about the game is that it goes real fast. I am not complaining about it, but it does. And it has a very interesting things. I only saw one route and it was Bratz. So apparently I didn't understood a lot of stuff, but I guess it's fine since I only played 4 episodes. It seems like a very cool game. It seems like it has a lot of potential. I really like the thing that you can see the other's perspective, and that was really really interesting for me. I feel like probably if it was just a bit slower, I would understand it a lot more of the things. But it's the way it is. The art, as you saw, is gorgeous. I really liked everyone's designs. I didn't saw much of Alan, I didn't saw much of Chat, but as long as it was with Brad, it was really nice. I really enjoy the fact that you can choose the route be before going into it. There's a lot of otome games that or visual novels that just throw you out there, and depending on your choices, you get who you deserve, right? And it's nice to have you choose. Like, I don't want to go through all of this. I just want to choose who I really want to play. So that was My Dangerous Life. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. It came a while ago, I think July 33rd, 23rd, I think, and it was on it's on Steam. It has, I think, like a 15% discount right now. You should totally go get it. I'm not being like it seems like a really good game. So I will leave you with that. You should check it out. I'm gonna leave some links in the description so you can get the game by yourself. And I will see you in the next one, I guess. Later.